guys, welcome to Call Kar
Yaaar. Call Kar Yaaar, 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 Call Kar Yaaar.
We are two long distance besties. I live in UK and she lives in Dubai. My name is Ananya and yours is?
Khushi.
And together we have a lot of conversations. So we're letting you eavesdrop into our conversations by joining this podcast and listening to us and actually maybe seeing us. So you're welcome. So, Khushi, do you really know what we are talking about today? It's something about what we have in common. So, use your brains.
Oh, is it about being the most beautiful people in every room that we walk into? Stop it.
See, Delulu is a Silulu. It's a thing said by the Gen Z, but there's a little too much Delulu is equal to Silulu. If you said we are comedians or we are the most antisocial people in the room, little bit I will understand. But itna jod means look at you. Like, have you even seen yourself? Like, say what we actually have in common is the fact that both of us are the eldest children in our household, in our South Asian household.
That is actually so true.
Actually, the whole family. Like, we're the first ever grandmothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
What type of sibling do you have? Is it a girl or a boy?
What type of sibling? Oh, I have a very irritating brother.
Okay.
What kind of sibling do you have?
I have a sister and we are like 5.5 years in age difference.
Me and my brother have a 2-year age gap.
So very close.
Very close, yes.
Yes. Because you were the eldest daughter, have you ever felt like you're an experimental piece? Because I surely have felt like one.
100%. So my surname is Popert, which means parrot, but I have only been a chuha all my life, like an experimental rat that my parents have done this operation on, that operation on, and been like, yeah, this works, this doesn't work. For example, I will provide with examples. One of the examples that they tried experimenting on me and on my brother is the decision to take science as a stream in 11th and 12th. I was very against it. Let me tell you guys, I was so against it. I really didn't want to do it. And they forced me to do it. And when it came to my brother's turn, I was waiting. Okay, when it's someone's turn to choose his stream. If my parents say science, he was not as smart for science anyways, let's be honest. But if they would have said anything but science, I would have started a riot at home. And guess what? When his turn came, it was, beta, go live your life. Do whatever. Khali pass kar dena. And I was just sitting there like, excuse me?
But like YOLO is a thing, so auntie and uncle were just YOLOing for him.
Yeah, but my YOLO turned into sad
Solo.
Yeah, solo.
Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, I think even for me, I was such an experimental piece. My parents used to put me for all types of classes. Like, they would see dance class, swimming class, singing class, like whatever they see, we'll put our daughter there. And I was forced to complete them. Like, I remember for like dance class, I was like sitting with them. I'm like, I'm crying. I'm like, I don't want to go. And I'm grateful they didn't like just make me stop. But I don't want to go. They're like, okay, done. Okay, now go. And with my sister, she doesn't want to go for like, I think she went for keyboard, she stopped in between. She went for something else, like singing, stopped in between. So like for her, it was okay to like stop in between and watch Chota Beam. Because apparently Chota Beam, Chota Beam was a huge thing, huge thing back then.
But did you have the expectation to succeed and the pressure on you to succeed in everything that you did? Like all the classes that you took, like you had to finish. You were not allowed to fail at any of them, right? So was that pressure there?
Yeah. Obviously, like, see, firstly, if there's pressure, go to the washroom and offload. But no, there was certainly pressure. Like you said, like even I was forced to take the science stream. There was a lot of things like I changed my university after my first year because it was COVID and I joined a university in India, but I was not able to go there. So it was not my decision as such. But it was also like the pressure and not expectations per se, but like the fact that they were looking after me and, it's experimental again. So they made me move to the university in Dubai, which is basically 2 different countries, but I didn't move myself physically because I've never gone to India for that university.
Because
Yeah,
of
so
COVID, yeah.
expectations and I think it's a part and parcel for an elder child. But I
Agree.
know you have three
100%.
doggos, three cute doggos, and your maternal instincts with them is like quite high. Like I see them with you and the way you're like
Yes.
I've heard stories where I think you told or your mom told me that the dogs won't even move if you tell them to not do something or like not move at all. Like they would just be there. You're that type of like a disciplined parent, even with your kids, and you're very maternal.
Yeah.
So have you ever, because you are that maternal, have you ever
Yes.
felt responsible or were you made to feel responsible for a younger child? Or was it like child, oh shit, no, she's too young to have a
My
child.
younger
Yeah, younger
sibling,
sibling.
100.
Yeah.
No, he was, yeah, I don't have a
Mm-hmm.
biological
Yeah.
child yet, but he was like a child to me, right? I
Mm-hmm.
have felt like genuinely, I felt my maternal instinct speak with him because and I always say it, I have four, like I have three babies and
Yeah.
now my three doggies, because my first cousins are
Mm-hmm.
also like my siblings itself and they're also my babies. So I always say I have three babies genuinely. But the thing is, it was a mixed bag with us,
Mm-hmm.
because there were times when he would be more protective and he would try to play the elder brother role by coming picking me up at metro stations when it got too late, and I was like, excuse me, I have lived longer life than you and I've experienced
Yeah.
more life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Yeah.
excuse me, still counts. Okay, still counts. 24 months, let's be honest. Like, come on. I would, flex that dialogue on him.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were kids, I think it was a lot more natural to me to just care for him and to just, I used to take him to school and drop him off at his class. And then when he was in the bus with me, I used to make sure that he's had his lunch, like, he's finished his tiffin box, reach home, and then make sure he's done his homework while I was doing my homework. And if any time the teacher in his class wanted to speak to a parent, I would be the person that they spoke to because I was at school, immediate access. And he was 5, I was 7. So, mind you, when the teacher is also asking for like a guardian and a 7-year-old skinny tootsie girl is walking up and being like, yes, I'm his guardian, please tell me. Even she would be quite confused, but that is how it was quite naturally for both of us. And then, of course, as we grew
Mm-hmm.
up, it became a lot more as if Naman had three sets of parents.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was never the kind of child that needed a curfew, but he was. Like, he did need a curfew. He is the sort of person who needs a little bit of guidance and discipline and monitoring. So, and my parents didn't really know how to navigate that. So I took it upon myself and I was like, I will set curfews for him. So it to a point where I was like, if you don't reach home by 11 o'clock, I will do this and I will do that. And he was so scared. Like, he would resent me for it, but he was so scared that if any time he was coming home by 11:20, he would not call me. He would call my dad and be like, can you please tell Khushi I will be 20 minutes late? Like, I promise I'm trying to get there for
So
20
you
minutes.
were Hitler from a very long time.
Oh yeah, 100%. Discipline is everything.
Yeah.
But I've known you as well.
Mm-hmm.
You've also been maternal, but you've not been Hitler level maternal.
No, I don't think I can be Hitler level paternal with at least my sibling. So
Mhm.
you and Naman had 2 years. Me and Ammu or Atira, sorry, had five. It's her pet name. We have 5.5 years of age gap. So
Mhm.
firstly, I prayed for her, and I really wanted a brother. Let's be clear. Let's put the story out there. But I got a sister who is basically like a boy. So basically, I got a brother in a woman's body or like a girl's body. But no, when she was born, she was like a real life doll to me, like a literally such a cutie doll. And
Mhm.
yeah, I think it was very instinctively done. I hope that's a
It
word.
is.
We had a few like nanny mishaps in the fact that it didn't work out with the nannies, and though I was just 5.5 years old, I would be like, did she eat? Did she take a bath? Did she do this? Why is she crying? And stuff like that. So it was like, it's not something that was told to me to be done. Obviously, there were times after when I was older, like, okay, but going with her, take care of her, etc. But at that time, it just came naturally, like you said. But now it is more intentional. And obviously,
Yeah.
with Athira's life, I don't think she likes people interfering much until she comes and tells you.
Mhm.
And secondly, neither do I want to interfere as much because she's an adult. She can make, or she should be making her own. She's not an adult yet. 2 more years to be, 1 more year to be an adult. But she should be able to make her decisions by herself. But yeah, right now it's more intentional. The fact that I keep telling her do whatever, but like remember that yes, you have parents who are your safety net, who were my safety net also, who are, not why were, are, God. But I'm also there. Like the second someone disrespects you, the second someone questions your self esteem, the second someone questions you as a person, I'll be the first one to be there and be like, I will kick you or what? But that's come very intentionally now. Like it's a very intentional thing now. But do you think it's also a thing in men, like or like boys? Like, do you think they're also paternal, being the eldest child? Like, it's a question I have in my like. I don't know. It's something I've been pondering.
I have seen, no, I have seen a lot of older boys be quite paternal with the people around them. Like if they are the oldest sibling in their family, I've seen them be a lot more gentle, a lot more responsible, and a lot more caring around them surroundings as compared to the younger ones. The younger ones are a lot more carefree, chill, whatever, whatever. And then the older ones are more like, I'm here to take charge. So, and yeah, I have seen that difference.
And
Yes.
did you ever feel like Naman was your real life doll? Because you guys also were like so close in age. Like, I don't know if you remember also. Like, how was it for you?
I don't remember a lot of his childhood or my childhood, to be very honest. My mom keeps saying I kept wanting a sibling, and that's why I got the sibling. Spoiled brat since day one, actually, I was. But
I mean, both of us.
yeah,
It's the same story for both of us. Yeah.
yes, but for me, I do remember. So this is one story that my mom keeps saying is that because she kept telling me, right, that this is your baby and this is your doll. And when you were a kid, the dolls that you got in India were the ones that you sat on the pram, and the ones which, if you would hold them upright, their eyes would pop open, and then if you like held them like this, their eyes would close. So I kept, like, when Naman came home, I kept thinking, I'm like, why is his eyes not popping? So I used to keep doing this to his human eyes and being like, "Don't, come on, come on, do this, do this." And so they had like buttons that on their chest, like if you press it, they cry. I'm pressing and I'm like, hey, but that is working. Because if I just like apply, even if I touch him, he would start crying. But I'm like, this is not working. So
Oh my
that
god, I
I've
feel
tried.
so bad for
Yeah, I
Naman.
almost
Oh
dropped him as a
god. Oh
child, man.
god.
Like he's
What?
yeah, yeah. So not something I'm very proud of, but you know,
Oh, the way you just spoke about it, it seems like you're proud of it, but
I
sure.
mean, see, it gave us a lot of justification into why he is the way he is right now. You know, like little bit as a pagal, thoda sa. But it happened.
I'm so confused, but okay.
It happened when we were two. I was two basically, and my mom, and he was like 3 months old. And my mom, you know how in India people didn't have bassinets and swaddles and babies were on their mat, like on their blankets, and they were kept wherever, everywhere. So my mom was folding clothes on the sofa. Naman was kept on his blanket on the sofa, and I was playing around as a 2-year-old child. And my mom went back to the room to keep something in the room. And I have seized the moment. I have carpe diem'd, and I've been like, this is my moment to, pick up my doll, my baby, and I have picked him up. I've actually picked him up, held him perfectly fine. My baby holding skills, nobody can question. Picked him up, and then my mom walked in and she saw her 2-year-old child holding her 3-month-old son, and she has flipped and screamed. And I was like, oh shit, I got caught, and I just dropped him. And my mom had to swoop in and pick him up before he ever.
Superwoman Pro Max.
Yes. Like the maternal instincts are real, guys. At that point, obviously, I didn't have
Oh
any.
wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
All like infants' moms, be careful of her. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't trust my kid.
No, now, not now, not now. Okay. But you've mentioned that, Atira is a very certain kind of personality, and you are a very certain kind of personality.
Yeah.
How was it like for your parents? Like, have you ever asked them how it was for them to kind of parent two very strong personalities, might I add?
So thing is, I am more all over the place kind of person. Um I always need like mama, papa, like for me, like any decision I make, like any major decision, not like Tinto Walas, but any major decision I take, I need like my parents' opinion, and then I will sit and think about it and then be like, you know what? Let's just take the decision like my parents told me because they would know better. Why? Then I go into that flow. With Atira, she's more of a sensitive person and she's more of a person who knows what she wants in a way. What is going to, yeah, sorry, I forgot the question for 2 seconds. So with me, my parents had to be more on my ass in the fact that Atira keeps complaining even right now that from I think when I was in 10th, she was in like 5th. So she's kind of more kin to her. And obviously from like 9th, they're like, what stream are you taking? Then 10th comes, oh, study. 11th comes, oh, what are you going to do next? 12th comes, oh, you're not studying, please study more. And then university. And like, so after point, Atira was so done with these conversations. She's like, can you just get out of the house? Like, I don't know. She actually was the most happiest when I was packing my bags, though I didn't end up leaving for 3 more years. That's under, like, obviously I didn't move. So, but no, so it is different like parenting styles with like different kids. So there were a lot of things my mom did with me in the fact that though I was a very nice child, but like my mom, and I think social media, like phones were just being introduced. Like they had like those touch phones, not no the button phones. Touch phones were just getting introduced. So obviously they're also very new to it. And like in 7th grade, my mom bought me a phone, and until 10th, I think maybe I've had a phone for like 1 month because my mom would give me for a day and then she would take it out. She'll find something to like take away the phone, or like maybe my curfew. I had more stricter curfews than what my sister would have. So there were like, these are very like small generic things, but there were like differences in our parenting. And even I would be like, why are you being so lenient with her? Why are you not doing this with her? Either my mom says she's tired because after experimenting a lot with me, she's realized that experiments are useless. Or she says that it's her style. Like, obviously, what works with me may not work with her because at the end of the day, both of us are two different individuals leading to different lives. So I think the main funda that my parents have used. What about yours?
Same thing, I guess. They were different parenting styles in the sense of different approaches to the situation in terms of how we would react. Right. So again, I was a lot more sensitive as compared to Naman, and Naman is a lot more expressive. When he is upset or when he is feeling angry, he will express it out. I am someone who keeps it inside me and I won't express it because I'll be like, I don't want to, be a burden to everybody. But again, at the same time, I was more self-sufficient, and he was someone who needed a lot more guidance, and he needed someone to be on top of him. So, in terms of how we were as people and the different approaches that we used to, they had to take to cater to our personalities and our growth, that was 100% different, and it was very tailored to both of us. But the one thing that I do appreciate is that, because again here there is a gender dynamic as well, right? There's a different gender that's happening. The one thing that I do appreciate is that the rules were always the same, right? So it was never like, okay, if Naman gets to do this, Khushi does not get to do this because she's a girl. It was never that conversation. It was that, okay, Khushi, like Naman, suppose in our house it was the other way around. Like I mentioned, Naman had a curfew. I never had a curfew because they knew it was something he would need and it was something I'd never needed. So rules in terms of that were never based on gender, but based on personalities, which was very refreshing to see, for sure. And
Also, I know for a fact that Naman likes cooking and you don't like cook. Like, you going to the kitchen is a disaster for everyone. But like Norman loves cooking because I remember he made Maggie for us during sleepover, and he like cooks once in a while.
garlic
So
bread, pasta, Maggie. He'll cook like pizzas. It's his thing,
yeah,
and I hate it. So it's again
so it's opposite here. For me, I like cooking and Akira does not. So like
I think
it
Akira and
depends
I
on the
should just be
individual.
besties, honestly. Like at this point,
Yeah.
I'm so similar
I
to
mean,
her.
please. Yeah, you are. You are. But now that you brought up the gender difference, and obviously I have two sisters at home, so basically everything's similar. And like, you tie Rakhi for like protecting your sister in a way, right? Was it like how was that taken? Like, is it like a one-way thing, or like
No.
I like how's the dynamic working out there?
100% not a one-way thing for both of us. And I think he knows that as
Mm-hmm.
well. And he can say yes to this too. Yes,
Okay.
it was him tying me the Rakhi as per tradition. I was tying him the Rakhi as per tradition. Sorry, my bad. I was tying him the Rakhi as per tradition. But I was very easily also the more protective one in general. Like I'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
if anytime anything happens in a fight, like at home, I'd be like, मेरे भाई को कुछ मत बोलना, वो मेरा भाई है. I will take care of it. You keep quiet, and I will handle it. And like literally, if any outsider so much so as looks at any of my siblings, like my brother or two of my sisters, in a weird way, भाई मैं मुंह तोड़ दूं उनका. I am not
Yeah.
like, you look at me and you be like, ये क्या ही कर लेगी? I arm wrestled with my brother every single day growing up. Trust me, you are not aware of my strength.
Oh, too much coaching.
Yes, you're not aware of my strength. I will
Yeah.
beat them up. So yeah, 100%. I have also been.
Mm.
I am not as vocal about the protection as he is. He'll just be like, "Where are you going? What time do you come? What time?" Woo, being my younger
Okay.
brother, but he knows that I've got his back whenever, like you mentioned with Atira,
Mm.
he knows that I've got his. But
Yeah, makes
Mhm.
sense.
but
So it's a two-way street always.
always.
Yeah.
Now, your parents have done
Hmm.
certain things, you have experienced certain things. Time for the next generation,
Yeah.
right? Would you
Yeah.
want kids?
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm just 22, already kids and everything. Okay, but yes, I would love to have kids, but a kid.
Oh,
Like I would love to
nice.
have one dog and one kid. So, like I said, like you said, there were different two kids and there were two different parenting styles and everything like that. But somewhere as kids, when that happens, I feel that kids feel like it's prioritized. Like
Yeah.
one of the kid is the one of the sibling is prioritized over the other. In the fact that I like a simple example is basically if I have an infant in my hand and a toddler in my other, if the infant is crying for like milk or like his diaper is full or what his or hers is full and the toddler is crying for like a chocolate, of course I will prioritize the infant in my hand. And that's just normal.
That's
I'm only one
100%
person in two hands.
logical. Yeah.
Yeah. But for the toddler who's just a toddler, it'll be like I am prioritizing the other kid over him or her. So, Bedbhav in their head
Mm.
starts and like, oh, does mama love the other one more or etc. etc. And I don't want to be part of
Yeah.
that. I feel like you can't know relationships until relationships happen. Like, how do I know if there are two siblings and like I have two kids? Those two kids are going to be besties, or they're going to bond, or they're going to be rivals, or what if I am the only glue between the two of them? What if after I kill
After you kill
myself,
yourself?
after I die, after I die, what is the guarantee that they would be like besties and or they become like rivals to each other? So like animal, the last scene,
Yeah.
whatever. So like I don't know if I really want to like take a chance in that way, and especially with the market becoming so expensive. If I can educate one kid, I'll be the happiest. I'll use other money to buy house, Coach bag, Louis Vuitton bag, and everything. I'll be adjust. But no, I think my fundamentals is just to have one kid and be easier for me that way. What about you? Because I know yours not a conventional route at all.
Yes, I don't want to have any biological children. I only want adopted kids, and I want three adopted
Yeah.
kids. But
Mhm.
having had my parents' experience growing up, and then, you know, me just visualizing the world in a different way, I think for me, I would retain a lot of traits of parenting that my parents have used on both of us. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I think there were some things that I wasn't given an answer to instantly, right? As to
Mm.
why the approach was taken differently with Naman and I. And I think that is something I would want to change when I parent my kids. Like, for example, I know for a fact that there were times when they did this for Naman, but when I used to
Mm.
ask, "Okay, oh, why would you do that for Naman?" It was never with a logical explanation because I think I would have understood
Yeah.
if they would have given it to me. It was just like, okay, we know
Okay.
best. It's okay, whatever we are doing, we're
Mm.
doing right.
Mm.
And now reflecting back on it, it does make sense why they were doing whatever they were doing. But I think
Yeah.
if it was
Mm.
given to me at that point, it would have just maybe eliminated some confusion in my head. So I would just like to
Yeah.
eliminate that confusion in my child's head, perhaps.
Mm.
But yeah.
Yeah. But like I think like the main thing that we all have to like remember, and like I think we understand right now and maybe we didn't understand it back then, was the fact that our parents are being a human the first time just like us. They're being a parent for the first time. So they are trying their best to like do everything right. And obviously when you want everything right, there'll be times where you like miss out something or you like mess up something. And that's so common. And every like you said, humans do make errors. Um but at the same time, I think as kids, the only world or the only people that we've grown up, like the people we've seen do everything, we grew up watching our parents. So they have become like a superhero for us vibes, at that time. So I think that's where we don't understand, or like as kids, obviously we won't understand. And the thing is, we have had maybe a part of our life where we have resented our parents. You know, there'll be a part where our kids also resent us, and the legacy will continue where everyone will like, that'll happen. But all we can do is like maybe learn from what our parents did, and yeah, their learning curve. We and our future legacies learn from our learning curve, and I think it's a loop that continues because there's always an area for improvement.
Yes, always. We're not going to be perfect. Our parents were never perfect. I mean, we were never perfect as children to begin with.
Yeah.
We're not going to be perfect
Yeah.
parents. But I
Mhm.
think as long as we try our best with our best intention and know that they tried their best, I
Yeah.
think we're good. I would just like to first make an announcement that this
Okay.
episode won't have any dive in deep questions because this conversation in itself was quite deep. Ananya has gone to sleep. That's how deep the
No, I
conversation was.
really thought when you said I have an announcement, I thought, oh, you know what? I'm getting a new dog home. You know what? I finally got a boyfriend. You know what? Like, I don't even know. Like, my head went to like other different 300 things. Or you know what? I finally found Ananya a job in UK. Like, that's what
All
you could
of
have done.
this is a great segue into our next segment, which is Manifest Karo Yaar. Ananya has just done it previously, so now we're going to do it. Ananya, let's go. What are your manifestations for the week?
So last week I fell ill,
Oh, shit.
and only for 2 days though. And I think it was like the weather fluctuations. So hopefully I don't fall ill again. That's a huge thing because I don't want to get fall ill in a unknown country, not unknown right now, but like in a different country
Yeah.
with
Without your
shitty
parents.
healthcare system. Second is I hope I apply to more jobs. And third is the fact that Call Kar Yaaar, we have been trying to do a lot more things, and we have put more hours into Call Kar
Yeah.
Yaaar and getting ready for its launch, etc. So I really hope it goes well.
Okay.
What about you?
My manifestation is again that Call Kar Yaaar does well. Their Instagram
Mhm.
does well, which we've been working
Yeah.
on. It's called Call Kar Yaaar.
Yeah.
Right. So
Mhm.
hopefully that picks up as well. Really, we've already had like at least 25,000 views in just 20 days of posting, which touch wood is
Yeah.
insanity for us.
Oh, wow. This is wood table.
Yes, but we hope that that does well. And overall, I just have a chill working week where I can, balance out work and just calming down a little bit and just getting myself
Mm-hmm.
some time to myself. And I hopefully don't
Yeah.
spend any more money because I'm good with that for the past 2 months. So, yes, Ananya.
But before I'm going to shameless plug in,
Okay.
like she mentioned, we have an Instagram page called Call Kar Yaaar, the same handle, and we post a lot more relatable content, a lot more friendship vibes, a lot more. I don't know whatever we
Cute
feel like, a lot more
vibes.
like stories to like get to know us better. Oh, here you only see our beautiful faces or hear our voices once a week, but there you will at least see 3 times a week. So it's a bonus for you, and I highly recommend that you go and subscribe, follow everything there as well as here. But are you ready?
I am always ready for you.
Let's all join our hands.
Yes, Yoga Guru.
Hello, universe. Hello, universe.
Hello.
What's up, yaar?
We love you.
We love you and we love you guys. So see you soon. Bye.